Hello and welcome to Discovering Grayslake, unveiling the stories and people that make our town so unique. I'm your host, David Wool, and I'm thrilled to bring you this new podcast that explores fascinating stories and experiences of local business owners and community leaders, right here where we call home. Grayslake Rehabilitation Center is a community-based private practice physical therapy provider. Do you know they have 13 clinical providers with various levels of specialties, including orthopedics, sports, neurology, vestibular, geriatrics, pelvic floor, and aquatic? What? Did I just say they have a pool? Well, they do, and it's the largest indoor warm water pool in Lake County, featuring 2 underwater treadmills and swim currents. And recently added clinical treatment specialties, in layman's terms, shockwave. They have both radial and focus units that are the newest tool in regenerative medicine, available to everyone. They pride themselves on the most current and up-to-date specialized care to keep you moving. If you're looking for physical therapy, make sure to see our friends at Grayslake Rehabilitation. Wait. Grayslake has a record store? Are you ready to get into the groove? Well, I've got the perfect place for you with new and used vinyl, CDs, tapes, and more. At Andy's Records, they're not just about the hits. They're about the classics, the B-sides, the hidden gems, the vinyl vibes that make your heart skip a beat. For the record, Andy's is not your average music shop. It's a place where melodies meet memories. Andy's Records, because life sounds better with a little spin. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of Discovering Grayslake. I am sitting here at Agora on the corner of Center Street and Atkinson. Luke is so kind to let us record here, so thank you, Luke. So if you guys are looking for a place to get out of your home and have an office for a day, for a week, or even longer, talk to Luke because he's happy to help you out. It's a really cool space over here. So it's a very early morning here, and I have these young ladies here. It's 11 a.m. on a Sunday, right? So, and we're recording this right after the bunny hop that was last night that you guys did not participate in. You were doing your own shenanigans. Right. So, do I introduce you guys as Sienna? Is it Bombshell? What do we do here?
Well, technically,
Sandra.
Yeah, Sandra. It's Sandra and Erin.
Sandra. Okay. So, just so we know who's speaking first, so Erin, why don't you start? Sorry, Erin. See, I'm already confused.
Yeah. Erin, right here. Yes.
Okay, so let's tell everybody a little bit about yourself and how, because eventually I want to find out how you two hooked up to do the great things you're doing. So.
Yeah. So I am a local Grayslake resident. I grew up here in Grayslake. Graduated.
What year? Just kidding.
You know what? I'm proud.
Okay,
I'll say
what year
it.
did you graduate?
2002.
Okay.
Don't screw with 02.
There's the motto of the show.
So, exactly. And let's see. I own a couple businesses here in town. I had Bombshell Beauty and Lash Bar, which we opened up on Center Street in 2017. And then we moved the salon. We had a salon in Lindenhurst, or I had a salon in Lindenhurst, and moved that to Whitney Street.
Yes.
And what?
3 years ago.
It's been almost 3 years ago. Yeah.
Yes,
So 2021, I think it was.
Yeah.
So we have the salon, and then around the corner we have the lash bar, and then now we have Sienna Lifestyle on Center. I know.
Wow.
Keep up.
I'm shaking my head. I don't know. I don't even know.
We're just taking over Grayslake.
Yeah, you know.
Yes.
I'm good. We're good now.
Okay, so you're a Grayslaker forever.
Through and through.
Forever.
Through, yes, I am.
Speaking of Grayslake,
Yes.
Let's talk about growing up in Poland. We're switching up here, so let's hear a little bit about your background.
Okay, so I was born in Poland. I grew up in Poland.
I read it wrong. I'm sorry.
I was born in Poland, and I grew up in Mundelein, though. So, I mean, we moved, if we're starting off all the way from the start, we moved to Chicago, and then I grew up in Mundelein. But Grayslake, I don't know. I just have become so attached to it. You know, ever since we moved the salon to Grayslake, it's been amazing. I don't know.
Yeah.
I've helped Erin too, as far as like helping promote Bombshell in itself, you know, so it's just been a blessing, honestly, from moving from Lindenhurst is a great community, obviously, but there's something about the exposure in Grayslake that we've been really.
Okay, so when did you guys meet?
Actually, I used to be a client of
tell
hers.
you the day and what she was wearing.
Really?
Yeah.
You really know that?
No, I don't know the day, but I know what she was wearing.
I know the day.
You
It
do?
was in September.
Okay.
But I don't remember. maybe September 23rd, I think. I know that's one.
Wow, I don't remember the day.
Wow, it's a big date.
Only because it was one of my best friend's wedding that day.
Okay.
I think.
So
was I at that wedding?
Probably.
Were you the DJ?
Right.
Probably.
So I do hair. I've been in the hair industry for about 20 years, and Sandra was referred to me by a client or a mutual friend of yours.
Yeah.
And, so she was you were pregnant.
I was pregnant with my second.
And I just remember her wearing a bright green St. Patrick's Day shirt. And I don't think it was St. Patrick's Day.
No, it wasn't in September, I'm telling you.
I don't know why that's stuck in my head.
I was so pregnant, that's all that fit me, okay?
Yeah, I don't know, yeah. So she was like literally ready to pop, like, I don't know, it seemed like any day. But yeah, so then she became my client, and we, it was nothing more than just a client. Yeah, we never, we weren't like friends outside of that,
right.
But then one day I think you reached out to me.
Well, because I worked in the eye care industry for over 10 years, and I just needed a change. I felt like capped out in that industry, so I switched over to becoming a licensed cosmetologist, and I was just not happy anymore in the previous industry. So yeah, we connected. I was looking for a space to just do hair, and Erin was like, hi.
Hello. Well, she had put something out on Instagram, I think, like, does anybody know of any salons? And the salon in Lyndhurst actually backed up to her neighborhood. And I'm like, hi.
2 minutes.
Hello. And so we just, she came in, we're like, let's do this, come, this can be your new home.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
And so you were doing that eye care part-time still.
Yeah,
and
I split it because it takes a minute to build your clientele.
Yeah,
so.
She was a little hustler though. I mean,
apparently, look where we're standing at today.
Thanks,
right.
guys.
No, that's good. No, that's
she's
very good compliments. Okay, so I always love to know. So you guys are in Lindenhurst. You're working together.
Yeah.
So why and how does Grayslake happen? Because the first location that you guys had was the Whitney Street run, right?
No,
Lindenhurst.
Center Street.
Center Street was first.
Well,
That's
Lindenhurst, Bombshell started in Lindenhurst.
Yes.
And then a few years later, you opened up the Lash Bar in
Yeah,
Center
you know
Street.
what? I had my dates wrong.
Yeah.
In the beginning, I messed that up.
So you're just trying to mess with me, basically. Right.
Watch people taking notes.
Right.
That's not what she said.
Write these notes down.
No. Yes. There'll be a quiz after this, folks.
No, they're going to be like, okay, anyway.
So Lash Bar on Center
Lyndhurst,
Street.
2017. 2019 was Center Street, Lash Bar. We shut down for COVID literally the month of our 1-year anniversary of being open. So that was fun. That was a good time.
What a great way to
for
start
everybody.
a business.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. So, and then I really wanted to move the salon to Grayslake because it's just such a good, there's so much going on. And over where we were on Lindenhurst, it was off of Grand Avenue. It was like, there was nothing around us at all. So I wanted to get into this community, and I saw a little for rent sign over there on Whitney Street, and I knew it was a salon before. I think it was Slightly Off Center.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah.
Catchy name.
Yeah.
Yes.
And so I jumped on it, and it all just, the stars aligned. It worked out, and
it worked
you
out.
were pregnant again.
Yeah. God damn, I'm just always not.
Baby number 3. And I mean, like,
you need to work more or something.
Right. No, literally. Yes.
Obviously on board.
Yeah. But we were, you again were ready to like pop again, and we were moving everything over to this salon.
Truthfully, though, too, I feel like because the Lash Bar and the salon we do different services in the 2 locations, but having them so close together is so beneficial. We have clients that get their lashes done at the Lash Bar, and they literally have an appointment with me or one of the other stylists at the salon. So it's just convenient, too. But it's been better for business because people would come into the Lash Bar and say, oh, do you do hair here? And we're like, no, but we do in Lindenhurst. And they're like, oh, never mind.
Yeah, I'm not doing
right.
Lindenhurst.
So
and now they can just walk down there.
It really helped the business, cross-promotion and everything.
Yeah.
It was super beneficial.
Awesome.
So the first thing that strikes me is it's a super entrepreneurial spirit to say, okay, we're here, we're going to take a chance in Grayslake for one, but then to have 2 places in Grayslake, like, and especially with one having to shut down a month after.
Yeah.
and anybody that doesn't run their own business doesn't understand the dedication and the chances that we take are putting money from our family on the line and taking everything that you've worked for so long and putting out there. So I tip my hat to both of you for taking chances like that. It's a big deal.
Yep.
And it's hard enough to have one location with the expenses that come with it. That's huge.
Yeah. At that time we had 2, so it was just, a little stressful, but we got through it. And honestly, I know not everyone might feel this way, but COVID was a blessing in disguise for our business. Like it changed the business. Like it was stressful while it was going on, but after we opened back up,
well, everyone was wearing masks, so lashes were a thing, brows were a thing. That was like the focus.
It was like the floodgates opened, and it was I don't know where we would be today. Honestly, I really don't.
Yeah.
It really changed a lot. So
interesting. See, I never think about it like that.
Yeah.
Wow. Good for you.
That's
great.
Everyone got hooked, and we're here 4 years later.
Right.
I'm just gonna do it for
I'll continue to do my
vacation.
lashes.
And here they are 5 years later. So.
And with the lash bar, it's funny because being a man, I'm like, I don't get it. Like, I don't understand, but it sounds like it's a lucrative business as well because there are a lot of lash places around, right?
Mm-hmm. I think that there's definitely lash places. And we also do more than lashes too. We do facials, waxing, spray tans, a lot of microblading, so permanent makeup, that's huge.
Yeah. That's
so
great.
if you need body waxing, you can go to the lash bar.
Okay, I'll make an appointment. What are you trying to say? The easy Sasquatch
Men
come over and get
sometimes like to get waxed too.
I know that for a fact. I'm not going to say anybody's names. I'm not shouting them out because our 50 Shades of Grayslake episodes haven't come out yet.
Oh, look out.
But that was the announcement. That was the official announcement.
I love it.
So
we're honored that we're on the episode with the announcement.
Do you remember when they announced that? Yeah, he's an idiot. Okay, so you have these places and they're going great. And then I want to hear about Sienna and but before I ask that, so where does the Bombshell name come from? I love to know how people name things.
I love this question.
We're taking a quick break just to say hello because everybody knows Nano, and Nano knows real estate. And actually, I believe that's the name of her Instagram page. So if you're looking to buy a home, sell a home, or know somebody in the market for a home, contact Nano from Baird & Warner. She's a Grayslake girl helping out Grayslake people.
It wasn't prompted, by the way. I just want to know. Yeah.
No,
it's a strong name. You feel
it's
like
just
a bombshell.
the name is the hardest thing, and I went back and forth, and this was just the one that stuck. It just seemed like very just kind of
Erin, and honestly, Erin built a brand. Honestly, Bombshell is a brand at this point, and
awesome. Good
I'm really proud of her.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you so
and
much.
it's a strong name because when people just the way that I use the word, it's kind of fun.
It's a big strong name. Yeah.
Yes.
It's a bombshell, powerful word. Yes.
That's right.
So you went through, what was the second choice of names?
Oh my gosh.
Because I remember making lists for when name businesses, and I'd be like, thank God we didn't do number 2 or 3. Because we ended up with
I don't remember all of them, but one of them was Trey Beauty. What? I don't know.
See?
Goodbye.
I have no idea. I don't know where that came
Well, I'm
from.
happy
I was
with
on an
Bombshell.
airplane writing down on a napkin.
Did the E have an accent mark on it?
I think it did, actually. Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
I just felt that.
Yeah, it did, actually. So
the name was made on an airplane.
Yeah.
Awesome. I
Yeah.
love it.
You're going to love how we figured out Sienna's name.
Yeah.
It's a really great story.
So I have a great question. So you start this new business where, and if anybody doesn't know where the new business is, everybody knew that location as the dress shop, which was actually a photography shop. My buddy Steve had it.
Yeah.
So how did you come up with the name Sienna for the new place?
We were in Sienna.
We went to Sienna, Italy.
Sienna, Italy really just called our name. And
Yeah, we were just walking the streets of Sienna, Italy, and we just really
You guys
connected.
are lying.
We were actually at the Vine drinking dirty martinis, and that's how we figured it out.
I even like that story. But it's great.
Every time we say that, everyone's like, "Oh my God, that's incredible!" We're like,
no, we're just kidding.
That's not
People, they ask us all the time, "How did you come up with the name?" And I'm like, "We need a really good story
I know.
because we don't really have one."
No,
Just
we don't-
It
don't
just
felt
right.
it felt right. We
Right.
liked the flow of it.
Yeah.
We just
we started.
I wish
using
there was
it
a
in
better
we started using it in a sentence, and we're like, this flows nicely.
It does, and it stands out.
Yeah.
Okay, so anybody that doesn't know what Sienna is, because I don't think I understand, it's because it's Sienna Lifestyle, right? Is that correct? So how does the idea come about between you guys? If it was together, correct?
Yeah.
Okay, how does the idea come about, and what was your vision to say Grayslake needs this kind of business?
Well, we actually, if we go a little bit back, we started our boutique in what?
Remember we first started looking for an event space?
Oh, that's right.
Sandra and I knew we wanted to work together. We knew we wanted to do something together.
Years in the making.
Yes, we didn't know exactly what or how we would partner, but we knew we wanted to do something.
Right.
And after, sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off, but we'll just say this part of it real quick. And after COVID, the event space industry really, after we could all be in the same room again, it really started having a lot of growth. And so we were kind of looking at something like that. We did check out a lot of places in Grayslake. We probably looked at 4 or 5 different spaces. One space we really wanted, and it just didn't work out, but it turned out for the better.
Blessing in disguise.
It was a blessing in disguise. And so we kind of put that on hold for a little bit. Yeah. And then I just had this little, we both love clothes.
Yeah.
Accessories.
Yeah.
And boutique-y things. So we have this front room at the salon, and it's nothing going on in there. It's
literally a couch and a desk.
And so I'm well, it's wasted space. Let's make, let's get some.
So we were more of on a pop-up scale. I almost hate saying it honestly that way, because
it's not a big space.
It wasn't a big space though, but we started inside the salon on Whitney Street, and it was called Bombshell Boutique, and we
started doing the farmers market
on Wednesdays. And that's when our name really started getting exposed.
So you had success at
oh my god, that was one of the best things we could have done for our business, honestly. Yes. 100%.
Thank you, farmers market.
Yeah, and I wouldn't think that at all.
It was hard work though. I mean, Erin and I, 5'4", dragging all these racks, breaking wheels on the way there.
So if you ever saw 2 girls dragging racks down the street,
if anyone has security cameras that can send
send
them our way.
I could do a lot with that.
Yeah.
Man.
So a lot of blood, sweat, and tears in that. But and that's actually how we came across the locations.
Yeah, we were setting up for one of the farmers markets, and we pulled up to our space, and I was like, Erin! And I couldn't even get the words out. No. She's like, what? And I'm hitting her. I'm pointing over there, giant for lease sign. And we're like, oh.
Where
Steve was.
Yeah. And what's crazy though is just a few weeks before that, literally just a few weeks before that, we were walking over to the Vine. There's another shout out.
Shout out to the Vine.
And,
I can't tell where your girls hang out.
Right. And we saw a giant sign that the bridal space put.
They were having a sale, a blowout sale.
Yeah. And we're like, what if
I
they're
did a
moving?
video for that.
You did?
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
Okay.
And we're like, what if they're moving? And that space was just floor to ceiling window. It's got the exposed brick on the inside.
Beautiful space.
And so we kind of just joked maybe they're moving,
We're like, manifest that shit.
Yeah, manifest that shit.
Because that's a big saying of ours, just manifest that shit.
Yeah.
And we did,
we actually sold sweatshirts
we have sweatshirts that say
that.
So then a few weeks later, it
went up.
There was a big for lease sign.
See, if we would have known each other before that, this story would have been very short. Said, Dave, we talked to you and said, look at this beautiful space.
Yeah.
Because they were struggling to get somebody who wanted the space, because it's a unique space.
Yes.
That you don't know. If you guys haven't been in there, just stop by and see these girls there, because it's a beautiful space.
Oh, well, thank you.
So
we brought the to just kind of close that up, I guess.
Yeah.
We've always wanted to do the event space part that we've been looking into for years, and then we opened up the boutique, so we're just kind of bringing it all together at this point.
Yeah, just a little bit something different, just kind of want to stand out and be something. This town doesn't have anything like that.
Right.
And
so let me stop you there, because so if someone is walking down and they're listening to this right now and said, oh, it's a boutique space, what does someone expect when they walk in there? What is for sale? Why does somebody go there?
As far as what we sell,
product wise.
Yeah. So we have, clothing is our biggest thing. We have some home goods things here and there, but they're all very quirky.
Yeah.
Funny mugs or
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
We have
check them out sometime.
We have a pouch that says Coochie Quirks on it, and it's for tampons. So it's just...
There's not a whole lot of places in town to find that.
Silly things like that. It's fun. I mean, people love it.
They laugh,
you know?
yeah. We like to have fun.
Yeah.
And I think you can tell our sense of humor and our personalities from a lot of the things that we carry.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Staying genuine to yourself.
Absolutely.
Yes.
We wondered if we were going to get any, negative feedback as far as some of the inappropriate stuff goes.
We all know that there's always going to be negative feedback.
Of course.
But I don't want them as my clients anyway.
I just don't know if I care, honestly.
Right.
It's just,
we have such great support.
We
that
do.
It's just the negative part is we
don't really get
well,
much
naming the space No Fucks to Give would be different.
Exactly.
I
think we have a mug that says
Fresh Out of Fox or something like that. Yeah.
Can I stop and get one? Because I need one this morning. Because yes, but people either like what you do or they don't, and everybody's gonna have their opinions.
We haven't had much negative feedback, which is great. We've had an overwhelming amount of great
support
positive
and people
feedback,
welcoming us,
and I mean that in the
definitely.
best way possible. But we're just expecting it every now and then, I guess.
Okay, so boutique first, because you can walk in there and you can get things. And then event space. Well, one thing we all know about Grayslake, if we're looking to have an event space, especially after us running a couple events that we do around, First Draft has a beautiful space. Vine has a space.
Oh, yeah.
So, but what we need in this town, and I love the way you did it, because we need a place to have another place to gather, to have events, to have a private party.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
How is that going? I know that I've seen a couple of your posts that you've had some events
we've
there.
had so many inquiries. We've thrown our own events, and I think the way we differentiate from First Draft, the Vine, it's just something about the vibe of it.
Sure.
It's just a different,
Well, those are great places.
Of course,
absolutely. But it's a little bit different because we're not a restaurant. We're not, like, you can really tailor the space to what you want it to be. So decorate it the way you want it to be. Have the food, you can bring your own food in, like all that kind of stuff. So
and there's always room for more business in any of these
of
things.
course. Yeah. So
as long as you're not a realtor, a bar, or a salon, there's no competition in Grayslake.
There is no shortage of any of that.
No. I'll tell you about the Olympics that we're going to plan for those head-to-head as well.
What?
Yeah.
What?
Maybe it might happen. Just so no more announcements on this show.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
We're getting all this.
Yeah, we'll talk off air.
Insider tea.
We'll talk off air.
Perfect. We'll tell everyone after.
Yes, we'll tell everyone after. Okay, so it's been successful though. People have you have inquiries.
It's been really great.
So what would your first event you had there? What kind of event was it?
Well, we actually threw our first one.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Was it the holiday party?
Yeah, it was. Yeah, it was a Bombshell holiday party, and it was very beautiful. It turned out really nice.
Yeah.
And it gave us a good idea of
we took our own mental notes and everything. It was a great trial run for it.
But it turned out awesome, and so.
And then after that, so your first event that wasn't yours, who came to you first? Did you have? I think you guys had a 40th birthday party or a bachelorette party or something.
Well, so all of the events that we've been inquired, people have asked about, they're all more in April and May and everything, so
it's a very seasonal business for a lot of things, right?
Yeah.
A lot of just bridal showers, baby showers.
Yeah.
But we're open to anything. We're gonna have the
comedy show.
Okay,
so hats off to both of you, because I came to you and came to see you 750 times with still no success. But
we're busy women, Dave.
Busy ladies over here.
Apparently, yes, you're a lot busier than I am. I don't know. So I came to these young ladies and asked them if they would help and donate the space to go for the bachelor auction, because we're going to have a private comedy show there with Grayslake famous comedian Ryan Webb.
Ryan Webb.
So I hope that you both know, because I saw you both at the bachelor auction, but you guys helped. I think your package that I bought half of.
You did.
Thank you very much.
And we appreciate that.
Yes.
I'm never asking you guys for anything again, because it just cost me money. But that was $1,500 towards the family, which so I appreciate you guys doing that, because it's a huge thing, and it's going to be a great event.
We're excited.
Yeah. So when we were talking about that, I think one thing people will probably want to know too. So I want to host a private event. You guys have the space. You're not a restaurant. You're not a bar. I'm not having anything there that I can't have alcohol at. So the first time I talked to you, you guys weren't sure if you were going to be able to do that. So what is the status of that?
It's great, actually.
Well, Funny you asked.
Yeah, so the village approved our liquor license, which is so amazing. We did a ribbon cutting a few days before the board meeting too, and we got amazing feedback from the trustees too, which is great. So we got approved for that, which is great, and then we are now just working with the state at this point. So to get like official and everything.
Right.
Yeah.
Which is a big deal. So shout out to Grayslake. Thank you for letting me have that.
Thank you, Grayslake. They were honestly
that.
really great to work with the whole process. It was like.
I got to hear stuff about you guys behind the scenes, and it was all very, very positive.
Well, tell us
share
Tell us. Don't.
I have to hold those people to secrecy.
Don't hold back.
Okay, you were like the fourth person to tell us that. Like,
well, good.
We've gotten no details.
Okay,
news travels. So everybody's very excited about it.
Awesome.
Especially when it comes to the village itself. They're very
Yeah.
excited. So officially then, can you have liquor there now, or you have to wait for your official
No, we
documents from the
can't.
state?
We can like complimentary, you know.
Which we do that quite a bit.
Yeah.
We do events like on Saturdays, for instance, and just complimentary champagne or wine. So we do things like that all the time, but not to sell, not yet.
Right.
No.
All right. Well, I look forward to that because that's gonna. I think that'll change the whole landscape of what you guys are doing.
100%.
Right.
So what do people do when they want to have food there?
You can cater in your
cater
own.
it in.
We've actually partnered up with. We're working. I mean, it's been about a month in the making, maybe two, where we've partnered up with other businesses to help with that kind of stuff. You know.
Yeah. We just had a meeting with boardroom.
Yeah,
and we're
my
gonna
charcuterie.
Yeah, my charcuterie.
Hey,
we're gonna
shout out to Liz.
Yeah.
Shout out
And
to
that was
Liz.
fun when I saw that post. I was like,
Yeah.
Liz Turnbull.
Yeah.
This is great, and that's like a match made in heaven.
Yeah.
All of you girls together.
Well, like we definitely vibed too. It was like it was.
I did see that.
Yeah.
It was a great meeting, honestly, and it was very beneficial. It was, we have really
And we would love to partner up with like some of the local, you know, even restaurants and stuff, like to be like, you know, preferred caterers or vendors, whatever.
Sure. Community.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's awesome. Okay, so here's what question I have, and then we're gonna and I don't know how we're gonna do it, but if you listen to the other shows, we're gonna do our hot seat questions, and we're gonna make both of you answer them at the same time. Yes.
Okay.
So I look at your business and I say, because every time I come by, it's just a boutique. I have an idea what the rent is there, because I know. But I look at it from a business standpoint and say, because I wish you the best and everything, but in my head go, oh my gosh, I hope they can sell enough stuff there. Like, I hope, like, how do you sustain? Because now you guys have how many leases that you're paying in Grayslake? 3?
3.
So 3.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Erin's got 2. I have 1.
Right. Good for you.
Yeah.
Yes, but it's
Yeah.
it takes a lot to put yourself out there to do that.
Yeah.
So I look and go, God, I hope that's successful, because
Yeah.
you need to generate a shit ton of money
Yeah.
just to keep the lights on.
Right. Oh.
Speaking of,
Don't tell us about that electric bill. Speaking of
that's a very sore subject.
Right.
But Erin and I have, we've realized that there has to be shifts in how we promote our businesses depending on the time of the year.
Right.
Yeah.
In the wintertime, Grayslake is always busy all year round.
Holiday time.
But nobody really walks around necessarily. You know, they go to Center Cut, they go back in their car. They go to the Vine, they go back in their car, you know. And so I think we just have to, we're shifting the way we're promoting our business depending on what time of year it is. In the summertime, we'll have more clothing, if anything. More people are walking around, you know. We do our permanent jewelry there too.
Yeah, permanent jewelry is very...
What the hell is that?
It's the coolest thing ever.
Oh, sorry.
I know what
Sorry.
permanent jewelry is.
You
Jeez.
should get an anklet.
I should.
Yeah.
I think that's
it's
exactly.
welded on.
Yeah.
It's actually
Here,
quite
everyone,
popular.
look.
So that's why it's, what's the name
for
of
all
it
of you
again?
that can see this.
Right, because we're all looking at it like, I'm like, oh, that's cool. So it's
Permanent.
permanent.
Jewelry.
Yes.
You do a lot of things permanent. You guys are really into commitment. You have
Yep.
permanent makeup.
That's
you have
right.
permanent jewelry.
That's right.
So it's welded
If
on.
lashes can be permanent, do those two.
Right. But think about how much money you would lose, because then no one would come back again to do it.
Right.
So you don't want permanent.
But
Okay,
here's
yeah,
the
no.
thing with permanent jewelry, it gets addicting. You do one bracelet, and then you want to stack it, and then you want a necklace, and then you want an anklet, you know. So people get more than one, you know.
That's really cool.
And it's like a fun thing to, I mean, ladies, you know, groups of friends or sisters and moms, we
just had 7 women come in. They were doing like
yesterday.
a bar hop situation, and they came in and they're like, we want this.
Really?
We got you.
So
Yeah.
That's so cool.
was-
So you have a little bit. See all I'm
And
learning.
we want to like kind of tailor to like bachelorette parties, bridal showers, even baby showers, like, so, because it, I mean, it's a good thing to offer. Yeah. But back to your question.
Yeah, sorry, I don't know how we got.
I don't even remember what the question was.
Well, it was more like, how do you sustain? You know, like, I mean, obviously,
how do you sustain, right? You have to have different creative.
Yeah,
ways
we
to
have
do
to have
things.
different. That's why we didn't make it just the boutique, because you're right. It is a lot.
Be really hard to do.
Yeah, yes, because that traffic isn't there, and at least not yet. You know, like downtown. Maybe this summer, I'm sure it'll be a little different, but we knew going into it that we had to like mix it. It couldn't just be a boutique. It had to be something else. So that's where we incorporated the event space and.
Well, really, once we get our liquor license, I think that's just going to shift everything completely. You know, so.
Yeah. So is that a liquor license for just private events?
No.
So if you wanted to, you could have your own little bar there. And
so what we're going to be doing is we're big wino people.
I would have never thought that.
Yeah, no, we don't look.
I'm
like
not
that
judging at all.
Do we not? Good. Actually, good.
Okay. Perfect.
I was being very sarcastic, by the way.
Okay.
You look like wino, so. And that's a compliment coming from me.
We are going to be getting the machines. I don't know if you've ever seen them before, like where it's like a little card that you put in, and it dispenses wine, and you can have like an ounce serving or a 3-ounce serving, or so. And then you can try all the different wines you want, and it's a lot of fun. It's like,
awesome.
Yeah, so we have just been waiting because we didn't want to invest in that because
it's a huge investment.
It's a huge investment, and we didn't want to do that until we knew for sure we were going to have our license. Right. So now that we know, we're gonna get moving on that, but the production of those takes a little bit. So.
Wow. The only place I've seen that, I think it was a place in Libertyville where they have the beers like that. They have craft beers.
It's actually different.
Really?
Are you talking about the Parch Pug?
Yes.
Yeah, it's actually different. I was there not too long ago, and it's similar concept-wise, right? But it's a little bit different.
There's 8 bottles in one machine, and you just choose which one you want and how many ounces and everything. So
yeah, I guess the way it just looks is a little bit different.
Right. I need one for my house.
I do too.
Yeah.
They're not cheap.
Right. Well, you apparently have like 27 children, so you need to have more wine.
That's why I'm the wino I am.
Right.
I'm not judging at all.
I mean, I have 27 businesses.
Right. That's pretty funny.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay, so that's super exciting. That would be
it's different. In
concept, would be a huge hit, especially for this time.
Yes.
Well, and we've been telling people about it just to get some feedback, and everyone's so excited about it. So
and you can come, sip, shop, stay a while.
Yeah.
Sip at Sienna.
Sip at Sienna.
That's the name of our little.
Sip at Sienna.
Hashtag Sip at Sienna.
Okay, I can't wait for that, and you guys will have to let me know when you get that up and running because I think that's going to be awesome.
Yes, we're super excited about that.
I'm grabbing my little handy things here. So yes, so apparently you guys have listened to a couple podcasts of ours, right? And when I say ours, I mean me and the community.
Yes.
I wish somebody was here to edit them and put them together for me, but no. So you have. So you know what this is about.
Are you quizzing us on them?
Well, that's actually an excellent idea.
No.
Who said that?
I'm like.
Yes, who said if everybody in Grayslake, and actually one of the things because we're running the contest for the Listener's Choice Awards for podcast things.
Yes.
And one of the questions that I wanted to put on there, and it's I think my favorite one that's come out of the entire show is that Beth Davies sent a shout out to people, and if people have heard me say this before, but she said if everybody in Grayslake would buy 3 items during the holiday season from local businesses, how it would change the financial landscape of everything, and they have no idea what difference that would make.
Yeah.
Wow.
But if you think about it, like 3 things. I actually took her advice and I went shopping. And
That's amazing.
Bought 3 things. So
we didn't see
we're
you
gonna
at
remind
Sienna
people.
though.
Right.
Because I spent my money before I got there. It's because I stalked you girls.
We were open for the holidays,
I seriously think you guys are hiding from me. So how are we going to do this? So we're going to ask. I'm going to ask, and whoever wants to give the answer first, give it. But we'll want it from both of you.
Okay.
Okay.
It's time for the Grayslake Hot Seat. The Grayslake Hot Seat today is brought to you by Premier Chiropractic. Dr. John, conveniently located in historical downtown Grayslake. Premier Chiropractic offers you a full range of chiropractic care. John is dedicated to treating people within our community and showing them the benefit of great, convenient, affordable chiropractic care. So if you're looking to get straightened out, go see Dr. John at Premier Chiropractic. Now for the Grayslake Hot Seat.
And I'll keep them along the same line. So, all right, Grayslake Hot Seat with Bombshell, Sienna.
Sandra.
Sandra.
Just call us Sandra.
Sandra. Okay. If you had to have a superpower, what would it be?
Oh, you know what? I heard you ask Ryan this question, and I'm like, I need to figure something good out. A superpower. You know what? I'd like to read people's minds.
I can already do that, so.
Yeah, because she's a Scorpio.
I'm a Scorpio, so
I think that's a terrible idea.
No, I wish I could, because people are phony, and I want to know.
Oh.
Right.
Mm.
It's just having a conversation. Of people say stuff to you, and I always question what their intentions are with
I
asking
pride
that.
myself on never questioning where you stand with me, because I am very honest.
That's good.
So, yeah.
That's good. Kind of cuts it out. So, reading people's minds and?
Would you like to fly?
Yeah.
Yes.
What are you reading their mind to tell them? Like,
Actually,
you want to
yes.
fly?
I would like to fly back and forth.
All right. And that's funny because the next question, I bet you I know the answer.
Uh-oh.
Tell me a place that you gals would like to travel that you haven't been.
Sienna.
I think like on one of the anniversaries of business that you guys should take that trip together.
You know
Done.
what?
Done.
That's a great idea.
I love
think it's
it.
awesome. And I should come with to document it.
Perfect. You're invited.
I think
This is a
so.
formal invitation.
Yes.
Okay. I like inviting myself to things. You don't need to read
no,
my
it's
mind.
okay.
You know exactly what I
You're
think.
welcome anytime. And on a serious note, besides that though, I'm taking my dream trip this summer.
Yeah.
Spain and Greece. So
Awesome.
super excited about that
So cool.
in June. Yeah.
Enjoy that.
Yes.
That's a really cheap trip
for
to
sure.
take. That's very, yes.
Yes.
Well, good. Enjoy it.
Yeah.
Take lots of pictures.
I will.
Okay. First cars.
Mine was a Ford Explorer. It was a
Shocking.
silver one.
So was mine.
You both had this. Are you guys twins?
Yes.
You might as well be.
We're twin flames.
Yeah,
No, I'm
twin
just kidding.
flames.
Well, but that was my parents' car until they decided they wanted their nice car back. They're like,
Right.
hey, can we have the nice car and you get
Yeah,
the crappy
I
car?
didn't buy
I'm
my
like,
Ford Explorer. No,
yeah.
Right.
And
Well, I don't think
I
anybody buys it. Well,
No.
people that work harder than I do when they're young buy their first car, but usually it's given to you.
yeah,
Ford
I got a Chevy Cavalier convertible, maroon.
Very proud of that one.
Yes.
It leaked anytime it rained, but I loved it.
That's
a lot of
hot
memories.
car too.
Yeah.
It's a good one. Okay, first concert.
Oh my gosh.
It better not be the same one.
Cranberries.
No. Oh, I love that.
Nice.
I love
Yeah.
the cranberries.
One ticket's on Q101. If anybody remembers
Yeah.
that radio station.
Mine was a Polish artist in Chicago, Natalia Kukulska.
I was not there.
I don't know how I
Dang,
remember
that was sold out.
You guys
Sold out.
tried.
We knew where all the Polish descent people were on that evening.
Yes.
And when you said, so do you listen to Polish music?
No, not anymore, really. No, I was so young. That's like when we still lived in the city.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, just kidding. Yeah, I totally do. I still
Yeah.
listen
You
to my
speak-
cultural.
Yes.
Yeah, I
Right.
actually do.
I like that you keep in touch with your heritage.
No, I
It's
do.
good.
I do speak Polish, actually.
Do you really?
Oh, yes.
Fluently?
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Tell me
Polish as
something.
fuck. What do you want me to say?
People
always say that.
How do you say
Something.
Polish is fuck in Polish?
I don't know. how
See,
to
she's
do
not that
that.
fluent.
No, I'm very fluent.
Say something.
My first car was a Ford Explorer.
Mój pierwszy samochód był Ford Explorer. There's no Polish way to say Ford Explorer.
Ford
No,
Explorer,
there's
right.
not. And that's what I love about it, too. That's the only reason I
I'm
know
shocked
what
you
they're
didn't ask me how to say a swear word, because that's like literally
No.
the first question I always get.
I'm shallow, but not that shallow. Okay, so if you guys had to write a book, what it would be about?
Smut.
Oh my god.
Write a smut book?
100%.
Okay.
I'm obsessed with smutty books.
Okay.
Are you kidding?
Actually, one of our guests coming up, that's what she does, and she's from Grayslake.
Really?
I don't call it smut. I think they call it
Erotica.
erotica. Yes.
I was kidding. Really?
Something like that. Yeah, it's supposed to. We'll learn that later.
I know. I'm like this. It's not even like a.
Right. I'm glad that you took a lot of time to answer that question.
I
by the
know
way.
right away. That is all I read.
That was a very.
obsessed.
If you knew the
Yes.
answer to any question right off the bat, it was that
I'm
one.
learning so much
Yes.
today again. This is great. And what would yours be about?
Probably murder mystery.
Oh yeah, that's a good one too.
Okay. Would the 12-year-old versions of yourself think you're cool?
No. No 12-year-old thinks an adult is cool.
Hell yeah, with my brown lip liner and
Right.
So you say absolutely not, and you say
No. 12-year-olds don't think anything is cool.
you gotta be really cool. to have
think
a
we were
12-year-old
cool.
think you're
Yeah, probably
My
not.
13-year-old does
Probably
not think I'm cool.
I'm not sure what my kids think of me. Do either one of you have a nickname?
Sandra.
Sandra. Now when I see you both, I'm just going to call you both Sandra, so that way I can keep my stuff straight.
Right.
A nickname?
I don't know if I have one, honestly.
It's funny that people totally have one or absolutely
Well, a lot of people
nothing.
call me E, or
yeah.
but like don't know where this one came from, but somehow my parents gave me a nickname Chuff. What?
Chuff.
What?
I'm going to call you Chuff from now on, because especially if you have no explanation
Chuff.
for it. Chuff. You should see how hard she's laughing right now. Chuff. You know that this is going to be broadcast through Grayslake,
I
right?
love it.
So now people are
Well,
going to
now
yell Chuff.
everyone, you know,
Discovering
Chuff.
Grayslake,
Yep.
featuring Chuff.
Thank you, Mom and Dad.
Chuff.
Yep.
All right. On a more serious note, rather than Chuff, what do you wish that you'd learned sooner in life?
You know what? I know that one because I think about it a lot, actually. I wish I didn't take things so to heart. Like, and say yes more, too. I feel like I don't know, I would always be worried about doing things or upsetting people, and sometimes when I talk to our associates that are, half our age, I'm always like, just don't worry, just do it. Just do it. Whatever it is that you want to do, just do it, honestly. Don't think about what other people are going to say. If it makes you happy, don't over-obsess over it. So that's definitely...
That's great advice as well.
I feel like some people just overthink. And I am an overthinker, I'm not going to lie. But when I do make decisions for myself or for my family, I don't know.
People hold themselves back from a lot of things, but worry about what other people will judge them for,
100%.
from your parents to your friends to random
absolutely.
strangers. And we say, fuck it, go for it.
Fuck it.
Right.
Whenever I'm about to do something stupid, I say, fuck it up.
And I think
Do
when
it.
things make you uncomfortable with a decision to do, especially in business-wise or something that has to do with something that you guys really love to do, there is apprehension all the time, but I think that's a signal to push forward.
Making yourself uncomfortable is so important in order to grow. That's 100%, I believe that. Yeah.
Wow. That was deep. What do you got?
What she said.
Since you guys have the same car, right?
There's a lot of things that we actually have in common.
Yeah.
You haven't even scratched the surface.
Yeah.
Probably why you get along so well.
I would say it is just always trust and believe that everything always works out, no matter what.
So things happen for reasons.
Yeah, and I not to go back on like the whole COVID thing, but I think that it honestly it hit me then. Like I was a big worrier, always worrying, super worried about everything all the time, and always thinking the worst.
Mm-hmm.
And after that whole situation, it really did teach me to just trust and believe things work out the way they're supposed to.
She reminds me that a lot, actually, and I do appreciate that, honestly, because,
And enjoy the journey.
Enjoy the journey.
Right. And as my friend here, Luke.
Matching tattoos, that's the enjoy the journey.
Oh my gosh.
People are listening to this.
You know you're only interviewing one person, right?
Right, I'm just seeing double today. That's right. Luke here told me after something happened that every kick in the ass only propels you forward.
There you go. Yeah, I like that.
I was like, wow.
I love that.
That's great.
And not that I've ever been kicked in the ass, and everything's always gone perfect for me.
Right.
Everything's
Smooth
gone.
sailing.
Right. Yeah.
It's all easy. We don't have to worry about anything. Have either one of you eaten a roller dog from a gas station?
No.
A what?
See, I'm just mad at all of Grayslake right now. You know what a
I
roller
heard you
dog
ask
is?
Brian that question. Yeah, it rolls on the little metal thing.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to runs.
One of those?
Yeah.
I don't like hot dogs, but there is only one hot dog that I will eat.
And what is that?
It's from Home Depot.
Oh, the Home Depot
You know,
dog.
that's been a dream of mine to have a Home Depot hot dog.
Really?
Yes, ever since
We
I moved to
can
America.
arrange that.
It's like, I've been waiting over 30 years for this. Ever since I moved to America, that's all I ever wanted, but my parents were broke as hell. We were immigrants, and I just wanted a Home Depot hot dog. And I've had the opportunity, but I'm like, what if I hate it? I've been waiting 30 years. What if it
lets you down?
Yeah.
It's not everything you hoped it would be. Okay, well, I think we need to document that.
We could
start off.
Fun. Yeah.
And we can drive with you, and we get your reaction on how.
They're open till 5 every day. I already looked it up.
We were supposed to do it we were just in Arizona not too long ago, and their Home Depot
Yeah.
best. Our Home Depot hot dog is the best. But we'll have to settle for maybe like a Round Lake one, I think.
Yeah, around like Home Depot.
Yeah.
Well, I think that the show is really going about dreaming big and really going after your dreams. I hope that
This
comes
Home
true
Depot
for you.
hot dog will be the cherry on top.
Right. We've accomplished all
Don't
this.
say
now
no. Just go for it.
Right.
Watch.
Second-guess yourself.
People are gonna start getting me like gift cards to Home Depot
Right.
hot dogs.
I'm just going to go
for my
get one and
birthday.
deliver it. Okay, since we were talking about other things you guys have in common, let's touch on that really quick, right in the
Okay.
middle of here.
Well, we were both teenage parents. We
Okay.
both had
Yeah.
our firsts very young,
Yes.
and our sons are also twins.
Yeah,
it's like
our sons
scary
are like
how
very
alike they
similar.
are. And then what else was it? Another thing too is I got accepted to Columbia College for journalism because I've always wanted to do that.
Right.
And it didn't work out because I found out a week later I was pregnant. But then Erin went to Columbia College, and that was like,
So I got my bachelor's degree
Yeah.
because I thought that I was going to leave the hair industry.
And do what?
My plan was to go to law school, actually. I took the
Really?
LSAT, all that.
Yeah.
But I was tired after all that
never mind.
schooling. I
Like
couldn't
work a
imagine doing another 3. Just where I was in life. Again, everything works out the way it's supposed to. And I have zero regrets. But I am glad that I did get my bachelor's degree.
And
So.
here we are on Discovering Grayslake. Yeah.
Wow, what an
Whoa,
honor.
wow,
Jeez.
whoa.
Yes,
Yeah.
at 11 a.m. in the morning.
On a Sunday.
On a Sunday.
On a Sunday.
This is only the first Sunday show that we've had to do. That shows you how busy you girls
You're
are.
welcome.
Yes.
You're welcome. We may.
I could be at
We
Christoph's
carved
bowling
out
right
some
now,
time.
getting the early game in before hanging out with the kids that I've. Anything else? Were you kidding about matching tattoos?
No, we're
No,
not
we
kidding.
absolutely
What are the
match
tattoos?
It says enjoy the journey.
Enjoy the journey.
And then we're very big with angel numbers, and my angel number is 222, and Erin's is
Mine's
1111.
Wow, yours is twice as good as hers.
Because it's
Wow.
a 2.
Oh.
Yeah, that doesn't need explanation.
I'm like, what?
Okay, so what does the 1111 mean?
It's just total alignment. Your angels are watching over you, and you are on the right path, and you have, what's the word? I don't know. Just, I don't know.
Everything's aligned.
Everything, yeah. It's
Yes,
like
'cause I
the,
see the numbers all the time like that. And
Now
It's
you're
like
gonna
the
know
strongest
Now that we're having
alignment.
this conversation, you're
gonna see, yeah.
You're gonna start seeing
right.
them.
I'm not mine's like
each like
11.
angel number has like different meanings.
Yeah,
but
like 222
it's
means
like
that
protection.
it's
I
you're
don't know
on
if
the
yours
right
is-
path. Yeah, 222 is like you're on the right path, and that kind of goes back to what I was saying earlier, how just doing things like you're okay, you're good, you're on the right path, just continue going, so that's really, I think I spent a lot of my life questioning if I was on the right path or not, so.
I question it every day.
Mm-hmm.
But as we know, life changes and we adapt and we do things that we have to do.
Yeah.
All right. So if you both had to have a theme party at your house or in an event space in Grayslake for yourself,
Funny
what would
you
that
should
theme
say
party be?
So we actually throw theme
We do
parties.
throw
That's awesome.
Every year. This year is going to be our 3rd annual, actually.
Third annual. Well, they've been tea parties.
Okay.
But no one's
There
drinking
is
tea. We're all-
no tea.
Right.
Well,
no
first
tea.
the first one was a tea party, and then no one drank tea. We just drank champagne, and we were all just so drunk. But we got cute, like in our little hats
Yeah.
and our gloves. and
So
like
it's just
little
the theme.
funny.
You can drink whatever you want. So the theme is the tea
It's
party.
a theme.
Right.
with
And
tea.
then
We're
we-
being ladies
Right.
and being,
Yeah, okay.
yeah.
Well, you can act like
Totally.
that at a party.
And then the year after, we were like, there was no tea, so we switched it to a garden party.
Yeah. Garden party.
Same idea. It just was more appropriate.
These are classy parties.
No, they
Okay, but
really
just
are.
wait.
Okay, what's the next one?
We're doing a hoedown this year in July. And it's like, hoedown.
Like a
Right. Yeah. The gunshot
With
is a
a-
hoedown. Right.
mechanical bowl and all.
Yeah.
So
Exactly.
Okay, I'm inviting myself to that one.
I am,
for it.
but it's not going to be at Sienna.
No.
It's going to be at my house.
Yeah.
That's where we've had them all in my backyard.
Yeah.
But I'm making everybody sign liability waivers this year because
If you have to have a mechanical bull, I think you have to.
I'm going to.
Right.
So,
Erin's going to have her own. The company's going to have one, and Erin's like, nope, that's not good enough. She's going to have her own waiver.
Right. Her own
Sign
mechanical bull or her own
here.
party?
Her own waiver.
Oh, her own
Waiver.
Just for hanging out with you, I think I have to sign a waiver.
an NDR.
Okay, so we did that one. Guys are making me laugh.
Yeah.
Favorite Grayslake event?
Well, okay.
Well, I love the wine walk.
Wine walk.
The
Wine
wine
walk's
walk.
so much fun.
It's so good for the businesses, too,
It is.
honestly. The exposure is insane
Yeah.
for all of the businesses. I love that one.
It's so fun and entertaining.
Yeah.
But The Bachelor,
that
the
was a
auction
fun
was so, not really, no, really.
We're not just blowing smoke up our
No,
butt. Like, that was
it
literally one
was-
of the best nights we've had in a really
It
long time.
really, really was. We
Yeah.
had so much fun, and it just, I wouldn't be mad if you did it every year.
You should totally do it every year.
Yeah.
He's like,
know.
yeah.
And we did in a very short time. Imagine what we could do if we actually had a year to plan it.
Right.
Wow.
Yeah.
You need a committee, a board. You need some.
Do you need help?
We've talked about having a committee for a bunch of different things,
Yeah.
so that I don't have to worry about everything while making an ass of myself on the microphone.
You
So,
could just worry about making an ass of yourself on the microphone. That's
There's
all
no
you need to
worries
worry
about that.
Yeah.
It just happens. That's called the
That's
going
natural.
first. It's just natural. But thank you. I'm glad that it was considered
No,
a
that was
Grayslake
really great.
event.
Yeah.
So hopefully we can keep doing it and most importantly, make a difference in somebody's life.
Absolutely.
And if we have a great party at the same time, it doesn't hurt.
Right.
So that's awesome. Okay, so if you had both of you, so if you had to bring somebody to Grayslake that's never been here before, where would you take them first, specifically, besides your business?
Okay, I was going to say.
I was like,
Yeah.
well, they made their list.
Because I think we have a really cool town and we have so much that's going on.
Yeah, we do.
That's such a hard question.
It is. Oh.
And I like people that's like, that's funny you say that because I had to have somebody, so if somebody came to visit you today, and they're like, wow, your town's really cool. Can you show me some things? Where would you drive them to?
Are you saying a business?
Just
Doesn't matter.
it could be anything. It could be Central Park. It could be I think everybody says downtown because downtown, especially during
It's
the
like the
winter
heart of
time.
it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, man, that's such a hard question. I'd probably go between Center Cut or the Vine if we're talking like business.
Or just back and
restaurant,
forth and back and forth.
Yeah,
Yeah,
just
just
100%.
just go down the whole strip.
Man, but you gotta go to Abel's and get their guac because
well,
their
Abel's
guac is,
guac.
whew,
Shout out to Abel's guac.
Elizabeth makes the best spicy margaritas.
Yes.
So good.
We have a lot of really cool things.
Yeah.
Last night, so we're recording this the night after the bunny hop. What I find really interesting is to see all of the community come, but how different and diverse everything is. From starting at like Light the Lamp and making your way down from the Vine, and then Abel's, which is completely different, and then Center Cut, and then to Emel's, and then over to the First Draft, and then to, and I keep saying the First Draft. Sorry, Tom. First Draft.
First draft.
We should make a video about that. And then to Charlie's, and Charlie's was a complete shit show last night in a good way.
What?
Yeah.
I can't imagine that.
I know. So, and Brendan for putting that on, I want to give him a shout out because I think that's awesome to see everybody that's involved with Charlie's to put that. And I can't wait to see how many Easter baskets they are able to provide for children that don't have them.
Yeah.
So, but that's kind of the heart of everything here. It's nice to see people that are giving back. And those aren't even kids from our community. They're all over that just don't have it. I think it's a safe place. I think that's where they have stuff.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. I'm sorry if I'm saying that's wrong.
We did the coat drive there or the.
Was it that or was it Fairhaven or I don't remember. There was a charity that we worked with a couple of years ago. We did like a coat drive.
I was just going to ask you, and one of my next questions was, tell me some things that you guys do for the community to give back or charitable organizations that you're involved in.
We do like a charity for. I'd like to switch it up as far as who we go with, but we did. It was more than a coat drive, honestly.
Yeah,
it was like anything.
Items that women. It was a women's shelter.
Yeah, it was a women's shelter.
I thought it was a safe space, maybe, but regardless, it's just
all like meshing together at this point. But just anything. Honestly, they were socks, cleaning supplies. I mean, anything. And our clients were so supportive with that. It was a really, really good turnout. So
that's wonderful. And I'm glad you guys that you identify with things that. Maybe in our sheltered lives that we live, because we have all the necessities that we need.
Right.
And there are people out there like, for women's clothing or something, and there's so many homeless, there's so many other things, but to reach out and do that is wonderful.
Yeah.
And you guys, by proxy, have at least shared $1,500 with the family that we drop stuff up to. So I appreciate that. So anything that you guys ever do, you let me know, because if any way we could support in any local
that means a
charity
lot.
thing.
Yeah.
Thank you.
It's
Thank
awesome.
You. That means a lot.
And it's fun, and we can find fun ways to have people maybe sit back and appreciate what they have,
100%.
and what a cool place we live in, to give back to
Yep.
people that are less fortunate. And it's awesome. I totally lost my husband. We're going to end with this one, just because I have to, because you guys seem appropriately inappropriate.
Great.
Okay, so
Can't wait.
for both of you, what was your first pet's name?
Wait, what if you... That's a great way to hack my bank account.
Well, now that we know what your... Now we know that
what
that's
kind
your
of
first
questions
I'm
are
just
these?
kidding.
Okay, what was your first pet's name then?
Asan. It's a Polish name.
Asan.
Asan, A-S-A-N.
Okay, and what was your first pet's name?
Okay, well, growing up, I grew up in a zoo. So it had
Not
to be
literally,
my
right?
pet or
Yeah.
like the family
The
pet?
first family pet you had.
First family pet. Fritzy.
Fritzy. And then what street did you grow up on?
What street did I grow up on?
Yeah.
Wilton Lane.
Wilton.
Wilton.
So then your adult film star name would be...
Asan Wilton.
Yeah, it's kind of got a little Polish vibe to it and very
It
mysterious.
expresses my
And-
polar side.
Yes, and then yours.
Coventry Lane.
So yours would be
Fritzy.
Fritzy Coventry Lane? What?
Fitzy Covington.
Wow.
Cuffington.
That sounds like
Yes,
a...
that is actually
that's like
legit.
a high class
Yes.
Well, what'd you
Yes.
name.
Okay,
I
so
like
now
it.
we know because that's very important that the show is to give back to community and to make sure that we know what your adult film star names are.
Right.
This
Yeah.
is very important
Yes.
to me.
100%.
So now there's a lot of names that we can because you blocked
What was it, Chuff?
I think I should have just left that one out.
Right. Or we can include it with your film star name. I think that would be good too.
Fritzy Chuff.
So Chuff Fritzy.
Chuff Fritzy.
Yeah. You went from the high class all the way down to the bottom of the barrel. Yep.
I'm done.
Okay, so let's move on from there, please. So as we're wrapping up time-wise, I want to know plans for the future. Is there any other... it sounds like right now a lot of your energy has to be put into Sienna Lifestyle,
Yeah,
right?
so actually, we have... I love this opportunity, honestly. So Bombshell Beauty has been doing a Mother's Day event for 3 years now.
Mm-hmm.
And it's extremely successful. So we have a ton of support for it. Yeah, it's really, really fun. So we always just did it at the Lash Bar. Last year, we decided to do more of like a pop-up situation. So we had other small businesses come in, and they literally had their tables out and everything, sold their products, exposed themselves and everything.
Botox. Piercings.
Really?
Yeah.
Is this all a Mother's Day event?
Yeah. So this year, we are doing... Same idea, it's more on a pop-up scale, but we're incorporating Sienna with it too. So it's going to be the Lash Bar, people will visit in there, and then Sienna's going to have it because it's literally right across the street. But we've had so many vendors already inquire about wanting to be a part of it, and we still have room for more. So if anyone is looking, any small businesses that are looking to be a part of it, you can absolutely DM us on Facebook or Instagram.
That's really cool. And is this what you're partnering with Liz on as well?
They're
actually helping us out with that.
They
too.
are going to,
You're going to get like a charcuterie
Yes,
slasher?
we are.
Yes, we
but
are.
no, that's not the partnership that we're talking about. So
Okay, well then I'll be very
Stay-
interested to hear what. Stay tuned.
tuned.
Yes.
Wow, all these announcements.
if you want us on another,
Yes.
maybe all three of us.
Right. We could, exactly. But very cool. So that and
So
then
May 5th is when
May
that
5th.
is.
May 5th. Who can come? How do they find out about it? And do you have to buy
Anyone
tickets
is
for it? Or you
welcome.
just come?
No one. You do not need to buy tickets. There are some. We'll specify all of this on our social media too. So on Instagram we're at Sienna Lifestyle. But there are some, like the Botox, the injector that we're having. She's actually based out of Gurnee, which we're really excited about. And I'm sure she'll want to have appointments. For
Yeah,
things
you
like
have to have
that.
appointments for that. So there's things like.
But we'll
those.
clarify all of that on the social media. But anyone is welcome, honestly, whether you're a mom, whether you're not. If you want to bring your mom, besties, we'll have some drinks, we'll have food.
So that's the May 5th. Is May 5th a Saturday or is
It's a
it?
Sunday.
It's a Sunday.
Oh, so it's actually on Mother's Day.
No, it's the
No,
week
The
it's
week
the week
before
before. We always do it
Mother's
the
Day.
week before.
before. Yeah.
Awesome.
So, but it's
Cool idea.
yeah.
It's so fun.
It's a great opportunity to really get to know other businesses too, because people have reached out to us that honestly I don't know if I've heard of, and they have amazing products, amazing services.
Yeah.
So
We like to support
the small
small.
businesses. Yeah.
Right. No, and that's when you say you want to support small businesses, you're actually doing it, not saying it. So
Right.
I like the people that actually
We
put stuff on
appreciate
that.
that.
Yeah. I like the action, not the talking
the
about.
Yeah.
It just drives me insane.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's the next big event coming up. So, and speaking of everything, I was going to ask you also, so if people want to follow You guys on social media? Are you Instagram? Is it Facebook? Is it somewhere else? Where do you want people to follow to understand all of the businesses?
Instagram is huge as far as just getting exposure, just the way the platform works, honestly. So that's Sienna Lifestyle. And then on Facebook, everything that we post on Instagram, it goes to our Facebook anyway,
Okay.
So, but I do feel like you get it really doesn't matter, but I do feel like the exposure helps more so on Instagram, so. Yeah.
So both of those places, if they want to follow you, is just under Sienna Lifestyle.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
And then Bombshell,
Beauty and Lash Bar, yeah.
The Lash Bar has an Instagram page, and the salon has its own Instagram page too, and Facebook.
Are you just trying to make it harder for yourself to do everything?
That's
So
exactly
you
what it
got
is.
Bombshell Lash Bar.
There are times where I
Beauty.
post clothing pictures on the Lash Bar page because I'm
accidentally.
not paying attention. So things happen.
And that's a full-time job to run all of that,
Oh my
to let
God,
people know what's going on.
absolutely, 100%.
Yeah.
Wow. And to decide
And making
what
the
to
content queen over here.
do. You're the content queen.
She's the content queen.
I would like to call myself that, yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow. I need help from the,
I'm not cheap.
Okay. All right, so I can do everything by myself. That's fine. Yeah, until we have a couple more sponsors for some other things. Yes, then that would be great. So that's the big plan. So what do you think? Do you have because I always set goals of say, okay, this summer, obviously it depends when you get your liquor license.
Yeah.
Do you have the bar set at a certain thing where you want to do so many events at Sienna for the summertime for this year?
As far as goals go, you're saying, man, I don't know if we've even thought of that. We're just happy with any support, truly.
Right. So basically, anybody that's having any kind of event in Grayslake, whether you're having a baby shower, you're having a bachelorette thing, or running a comedy show, I think that's and I think that's really cool because the people that we're inviting to come there don't know anything about your space.
Right.
So I think that's awesome, and I think that I'm going to encourage Grayslake to, when you're walking down the street and you listen to this episode, but you're like, what is that place? Just stop in and say hi. I stop in and go sit down and just talk with Bree.
We get people that just come in and sit down
we've
got the TVs in there and
if they could just bring their laptops and work there, honestly, and we're like, absolutely.
Right. Imagine when you have wine on tap there, people that come in, read a book, have a glass of wine, and a great atmosphere.
I try to make it very inviting in there and just
cozy,
a good vibe.
Yeah.
Awesome. Okay, so as we wrap up, is there anything else that Grayslake needs to know about you two? I mean, well, not that they need to know
about us too, or just
or that you'd like them to know about you. Because I like this because we get to be a little personal, so they get to know both of your personalities, but at the same time to support business.
I mean, honestly, one thing I definitely wanted to end it on, I guess this isn't really answering your question, but I just wanted to thank the community for being so supportive.
Yep.
It's been amazing, honestly. We've had so much support from,
for both businesses. Honestly,
from the Bombshells, from our family, from strangers we've never even met before. It's been really, really incredible. Honestly, we couldn't have asked for a better community to work with, honestly. So
that is awesome. And at that point, I'd like to thank the community for listening to this show because I was out last night and I was overwhelmed by the amount of people that actually listen.
Yeah.
Because it's a
We've
community
had clients
support.
tell us that they listen to this podcast too. Yes,
I just had a
absolutely.
client
You need to give
yesterday
yourself more
say
credit,
that.
honestly.
I don't know. I think people are drinking more than they should. No, it's great, and it's flattering at the same time, but it's nice to see that it's doing, or I perceive that it's doing what it's supposed to be doing. It's nice when you hear people get business or say, hey, I went to Wolf's Barbershop because I didn't know anything about them.
Yep.
Or somebody's like, I want to be best friends with those guys.
Yeah.
Like,
it was a definitely entertaining.
And it's all of them.
Like
it's a great thing. And they are leading the voting for F-bombs. The most F-bombs said in an episode.
I wish I knew that in the beginning of this episode.
Oh, we could have gone hardcore with this.
I would have fucked it up.
Maybe we could revisit this and have a couple of drinks before we do it. Community's being graded on F-bombs? I could have done so much better. Yeah, I think I'm the king of that. Yeah. They used to call me DJ F-bomb.
Oh, that's a good name. That's a good,
like that.
That's a good adult film.
Yeah. Yes. I just announced the movies.
F-bomb.
Yes. I like reading books for the blind. I could read the yes. Okay, we'll get off of that. Okay, so thank you both so much for coming in.
Thank you for having us.
Grayslake, make sure to support all of their businesses because you see what kind of heart and soul goes into making everything work. So thank you everybody for listening no matter where you guys are at, whether you're on Spotify, whether you're on YouTube, whether you're on Gosh, Amazon Music people are like one of our highest things now. So you can find it everywhere, but subscribe. So make sure that every time a new episode comes out, that you'll be alerted so you can listen. And I always say listen to people you don't know, because maybe there's something Grayslake that you don't know what's going on, rather than just listen to your friends. So, and I always end. Gosh, there's so many things I do. We never know what kind of day people are having, so I encourage everybody out there to do at least one random act of kindness today. You never know what people are going through, so kindness spreads like wildfire, and I think that brings our town together, and we're all in this together. We don't know what's happening. So thank you, girls, very much.
Thank you.
Grayslake, thank you for listening, and we'll see you next Tuesday.